Hey y'all, it's Sasha Styles on the account. So today we are going to be doing 2 Feedin Braids on Anaya. Yes, 2 Feedin Braids using my SS Mesh Control. Yes, period. You already know I don't play them type of games. I am 100% sure about my product, so I use that shit. Yes, I bust that shit open and I use that shit and I put that shit in my client's hair. Period. So today I'm doing the zigzag part. I am not doing just one straight part down the middle. Today, Sis has challenged me. She said I want to zigzag part. Sis, okay, well, that's exactly what you're going to get. Now, I don't know how this supposed to work because I never did the zigzag part for 2 Feedin Braids. But y'all know me. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to figure it out. It's challenging, though. I'm not even going to hold you. Listen, I've been parting her hair. This is the second time I'm parting her hair because the zigs was not zagging and zagging wasn't zigging and all that good shit. I don't know. But my client wants what she wants and she going to get what she get and she going to get what she won't. That's what I do know. For 2, I don't know. But she knows, so that's all that matters. So we're just doing the 2 Feedin Braids. Now we're not going thick. This is the second time that I have done her 2 Feedin Braids. The first time she wanted 2 thick Feedin Braids. I don't know why. I said, damn girl, are you sure you want these 2 thick ass, dookie ass braids in your head? But she wanted, that's what she wanted, so she got what she wanted. And she loved it, and that's all that matters. So today we're doing 2 Feedin Braids, but natural. So she don't want too much feeding hair in her braids. She just wanted to look very natural. So that's exactly what I'm going to give her. She automatically has, and she naturally has kind of like thick, fine hair. So I am going to go ahead and feed in medium to medium pieces in her 2 Feedin Braids. And also right now I'm just slicking her hair down, just getting it in. The way that I do the Feedin Braids, the 2 Feedin Braids, my slick down technique is I go by section. So I start from the back, and each section that I add the SS Edge Control to, the braid gel to, I comb it down, or I comb it through, or I brush it through, depending how I'm feeling at the time and the moment. So as you can see, what I'm doing now is I'm just going section by section, adding braid gel, edge control, and I am getting it all in there by combing it, brushing it through. Like I said, she don't have thick hair, so it's not so much hard of a process, but that's the process that I have to do to get the finished look that I showed you guys in the beginning. So combing it through is kind of a big thing because anytime you put extra thick, sticky wax or beeswax or whatever the case may be on anybody's hair and try to comb it through, it is like tussling. People always think when they do Feedin Braids, 2 Feedin Braids, it's because it looks simple that it is simple. No, it's not simple, sis. Stop with the cap. It's not simple. It's hard. 2 Feedin Braids, you have to make sure that they're the same size. You have to make sure that it's completely slick. You have to make sure that it's going the angle that the other braid is going. You have to really get down in there. You see how I'm parting to make sure that her zigzag is actually zigging and zagging? Because believe it or not, when I went ahead and did this zigzag braid and I started slicking her side down, I noticed that some of it wasn't zigging and zagging how it's supposed to since she wanted a zigzag part. So as you can see, I'm adjusting my work in the back. I don't play. Look, I get in the nitty gritty. I get into it. I want to make sure everything is what it's supposed to be. I am crossing my T's and I'm dotting my I's. So now that I went ahead and corrected that, I'm about to put this back into a ponytail, this left-hand side, because I corrected my mistake. I feel like as braiders, we all make mistakes, but you have to adjust it. You have to fix it. Don't be lazy, sis, and just slap anything in your client's hair, knowing good and damn that shit is wrong. I can't stand when I see a person do that. Girl, you know that shit is scandalous and that's wrong and it's trifling as fuck. But I don't play that shit. I make sure I do what the fuck I gotta do, because I want my clients to come back to me. I want them to make sure that they make sure that I make sure that I'm on my P's and my Q's, okay? So I'm going to go right back to this front and make sure that this zig is zagging. Like I said, I'm not going to hold y'all. I never did the zigzag part for the 2 Feedin Braids. So this is a challenge within itself, okay? It might seem like it's easy. It might look like it's easy, but it's not. But I'm going to always get to it. I'm going to always do what I got to do, okay? And I'm going to make sure that it's right. I love what I do. I love my profession, and I don't play that shit. So I'm starting off her first feed-in braid. We only doing 2. And so we are finally finished with the slick process. So I'm starting her feed-in braid. As you can see, I'm starting with her natural hair. And then you're going to see me feed in small pieces of braiding hair. I start off small, and then I start off medium, and then I start off medium, and then maybe 1 or 2 large pieces, braiding a little bit down, and then braiding a little bit down, and then keep braiding. And then I wrap that shit in a bun because she's getting 2 feed-in braids in 2 buns. So I'm going to just be quiet and let y'all see me do my big one. So, okay, I'm back. So now I'm starting on her right hand side, the last feeding braid. And one thing about the feeding braids is you have to make sure that it's even, that it's the same size. You know, do what you do, but just make sure that they're both equal the same. So we're starting on the right hand side. We're finishing her up. So that side took me a good 35 minutes. I know that sounds crazy, but this is the way my technique is, and this is the way it works for me. I don't do two feeding braids very often, so this is something I just have to get used to. And so when I do the feeding braids, I also want to make sure that one is not up and one is not going down. Sometimes we forget that we're braiding a certain way, so one of the braids be up and one of the braids be like braiding going down. So this is a finished look. I'm sorry, y'all, I'm yawning, but this is a finished look of the braids. She loves her braids. I love it. It just took me forever. Like, these two braids took forever. Like, these braids are not for the weak. I don't care what nobody say. People always saying, like, oh, the two braids, I just need something quick, just 2 feeding braids. Like, no, sis, stop it. Like, these are demons. Like, I do not like doing 2 feeding braids, but I have to give my clients what they book for. Like, I have to do it. This is what I get paid for. This is my job. So I do it. But if it was up to me, no, I don't want to do 2 feeding braids in your head, sis. Like, I don't care. Like, no, I don't want to do it. Like, go and have somebody else do it. But nah, like, I'm not going to hold you. 2 feeding braids is a beast. It's a monster, okay? It's not for the weak. It's for the strong. Like, you just have to make sure that everything is on point, because it might look like it's turning out good, but it don't be good. When in the end you find out that one is up, one is down, it's crooked, it's down the middle, all that stuff could be possibilities. So you just got to do what you got to do. But I also am happy that she's choosing the 2 buns this time instead of just 2 hanging feeding braids. This is cute. This is like something different. So yeah, I'm with this. I'm with this style. I like this style for sure.
You know how special that